Hello, you are welcome to my channel. It is nice to have you here. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome, and if you are a returning subscribers, you are very welcome. And if you have not subscribed to my channel and you have been watching my videos, kindly subscribe so this video can reach so many other people and I'll be able to bring more of these recipes. Yes, today in this video I'll be sharing with you how I make my spinach with palm nut cream. This is a super delicious soup that we can use to enjoy anything, swallow, jam, anything, rice. So let's continue. So this is the palm nut fruit that God has really used to bless us in the western part of Africa. And this fruit is richly packed in vitamins and minerals, and like antioxidant vitamin E, vitamin A, K, carotene, lycopene, vitamin B, C, zinc, calcium, potassium, to mention but a few. This is a blessing. Yes. So these three vegetables are the main one that I love to use to cook my palm nut soup. We have worowo, we have ebolo, and we also have the shoko. We have the white one and the red one. They taste so good because of the flavor that they give, and they taste so good, and they are all rich and packed in vitamins and minerals, and we can't just speak enough about all this, and that is why the soup is always very superb. And if you can lay your hands on any of these vegetables wherever you are, just try it out. You will love it. Yes, in Nigeria, we call this soup different name depending on the regions. Like the Yorubas, they call it egboyin. The Igbos, they call it ofako, and our people from the Delta area, they call it Banga. This soup is so juicy, so creamy, and it looks so wonderful, so enticing, and this is why you need to try it. Share this video, like it. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my channel and let this video reach so many people so that we can all enjoy the benefit that is really packed in the palm nut cream. Yes, these are the ingredients that I'm going to use to make this my spinach with palm nut cream. I have some baby spinach, which is what I prefer because they are more succulent, and I have like 3 bags. So this one in the bowl is just 1 bag. And I have the palm nut cream. I have 2 cans, but I might not be able to use all the 2 cans depending on the consistency that I'm able to get from one. I might have to use like 1.5. Yes, I have for the protein that I have I have cow meat, I have cow foot, I have baked mackerel fish, I have the prawn, dry prawn, I have crayfish also. I have mushroom, I have onion, and I have habanero pepper, and I'm also going to add red bell pepper. Yes, and I have my dry mix, the local seasoning. I have some Maggi cubes. I have salt. Remember, this soup we're not going to add oil. The palm nut cream is going to give us the oil. Yes, because the oil is gotten from palm nut cream. So now I already have some water boiling on this, so which I'm going to use to blanch this vegetable. Yes. First thing I'll be doing is to dissolve palm nut cream. This is how it comes, the packaged one. But if you can get the fresh one, that's the best. But in the absence of that, because I don't have that here, so I'm going to use this. This is as well, because this brand is a very good one. So I'm going to scrape it in. Okay, so I'm going to add some warm water. to rinse it. So I'm just going to rinse it out. So pour it straight here. Okay. I'm going to use whisk. You can see oil coming out of top of it already. I'm going to use the whisk to break it. This is thick. So I'm going to add more because I have 3 bags of vegetables. So I'm going to add more. This might not be enough. So I may add like half of it. Yeah, that should be good. That's good enough. Okay. That's good. So I'm going to break it more. Because the reason we have to break it now is to, to make sure that if there's any dirt or shaft or anything or sand, so that it will go to the bottom of it. This is good. So right now I'll be using my colander to sieve it out. I'm going to sieve it directly into the pot. Yes, let me do it this way. To make sure we catch anything that we don't want. So this is why I love this brand. You can see inside this bowl there is nothing inside it. There's no particle of any kind. You will buy some brands and when you dissolve it like the bottom will be full of sands and some particle from the kernel, but this is so different. This is so beautiful. I need some water. Let me just use this water here. So this is it. There's nothing in it. It's perfect. Good, good. I'll be taking this to the stove now. Now we can see that the palm nut cream has started cooking on the stove. So when I'm making this kind of soup, I always love to add my fresh meat. If I'm using fresh meat, I always love to add the fresh meat so that the fresh meat can cook from the beginning with the cream. And this will help to, help the meat to be able to absorb the, the cream into it. And that will give the meat a very nice succulent taste. So at this time, immediately I added the fresh meat. I'm going to be adding the cow foot because the cow foot was not, cooked all the way when I was parboiling it. So I would love it also to really absorb the cream from the beginning. And at the end, it will not be overcooked as well. So if you have any other protein, like if I'm using like snail and some other protein, I usually add them at this stage, so that they can, have enough time to mix with the juice and also release their own unique taste into the cream. So now we leave it and let it. So right now I'm going to blend this crayfish and the prawn with a little onion so that I can throw it into the pot. So this is the blended crayfish with the prawn and the little onion. I'm going to save them in this plate until it's time to use them. So now I'm going to be blending the habanero pepper, onion, and bell pepper together. So the pepper depends on what you can take, but usually when I'm making palm cream soup, I always love to add enough heat, that is enough pepper to, because the cream is sweet, so and you have to balance it with the pepper. So that is for my choice, but it depends on whatever you can take. So the pepper is blended, and I usually don't blend it smooth because I love to see the particles of the pepper inside my soup. So, but it depends on what you like. Now we can see, the oil is already coming. Yes. So I'm going to pour the blended pepper into it. So now I'll be adding some salt to the soup, and we have to be cautious not to add too much salt. And I'm going to be adding a whole habanero pepper into it as well, because I love the flavor that it gives to this soup. So adding salt, we have to be careful because we don't want it to mess up the taste of our soup. Yes, now we can see we're going to let it continue to cook very well. And I'm going to cover it and let it. Yes, at this time, the water that I'm going to use to blanch my vegetable, the spinach, is boiling. So I'll be adding some vegetable oil to it. And the essence of adding vegetable oil to this boiling water is to help my vegetable to retain its, its greenish color, beautiful greenish color, and this will make your vegetable to look so nice, so shiny, and greenish. Yes. And I have 3 bags of spinach. Spinach is a very close vegetable to woro, the vegetable, one of the vegetables that I mentioned earlier in the video. So this, I think they belong to the same species, and they look alike in thickness. So that is why spinach is very good. It's a very good substitute for woro when you are making this soup. And if you cannot lay your hands on woro, spinach is also very good. And I love to use the baby one, the one that are not that old, because they are very succulent and very, very juicy. Yes. Yes, right now I have all my spinach inside the water, and I'm not just going to make sure that they all get into the hot water very well, and within 1 minute, because I'm not going to let them stay more than 1 minute, because I want the vegetable to still retain its greenish color and the texture and the nutrients. So I don't want to lose none of those. So right now I'll be taking it off. So here is the spinach. I already pour it inside the colander, and I rinse it very well with very cold water, because that cold water will stop the process of cooking. Yes, and we can see that the color is still being retained. It still looks so fresh. It looks greenish and so beautiful. So we are going to be setting it aside until it's time to use it. So here is my mackerel fish, my baked mackerel fish. I have 2 broken already, and I'm just going to add 1 more because the soup is a lot. And then the mackerel fish also makes this soup taste so good as well. So mackerel fish, baked mackerel fish tastes so well. And this one, I just made this one by myself this morning, but I have a recipe on my channel of how you can make your own mackerel in your kitchen. Yes, the soup has been boiling for like 20 minutes. Now I'll be adding some little iru. This iru is very strong, so all I just need is a little, So, and that will also give it a very nice aroma. This is, iru is it's a very strong seasoning. It makes food taste so well, and it's very rich also. So, and I'm just stirring it to make sure that nothing is sticking at the bottom of the pot, that nothing is burning. So, and after that, I'm just going to leave it alone and cover it and let it continue to cook. So we're checking on our soup again, and I just remembered that I have some soaked stockfish in my fridge, which has been well cooked, soft. So now I'll be adding this to this soup to give it another aroma, So this is going to be a very delicious soup. Let's continue to watch and enjoy. At this stage, I love to add some fresh onion to my soup and some chopped habanero pepper. That is going to spice up the soup again to give it another level of heat and flavor. So I usually enjoy when I do this to my soup. It is so good. You can try it, but if you cannot take more heat, just limit it to whatever you can take. So, and I'm going to just stir it gently and cover it and let this soup continue to cook down, because the more it cooks down, the more the oil will be coming up and every ingredient in it will be coming together. So let's cover it and let it cook down the more. right now we are going to check on the soup again, and now we can see that the oil is coming up, and this is telling us that the soup is, getting ready, that everything has really come together, is getting closer to being done. So now I'll be adding the dry seasoning. Now this will give it another nice flavor. This contains like a black pepper, nutmeg, calabash nutmeg, and some other traditional Igbo soup seasoning. So, and this is going to give us another nice flavor into our soup. Then we will continue to, let it cook down the more, because we want it thickened up. Because we are adding vegetable to it, I usually, let it, thicken up. So that's what we are expecting. Yes, now after some like 5 minutes, we'll be checking on the soup again to see how it's doing. And as we can see that this oil is coming up very well, and I'm adding the Maggi cube seasoning to give the soup a very good taste as well. And then when you see the oil coming up, more and more and more, it shows that your soup is cooking up very well. Yes, just going to stir it to make sure nothing is sticking to the pot, that nothing is burning. And we're going to leave it again for like another 5 minutes to continue to thicken up more. Then we come back to see how it's doing. Yes, we can see that the process of making this soup is such a, it's really worth it, because it's a delicious soup. So we have to give it time to make it properly. It's the food that we eat into our body, so we have to be so meticulous and then know when and what to add to it. Now I'm adding my mushroom at this time, because I want the mushroom to still retain its freshness and its crunchiness. That is very, very important. That is how I love to enjoy my mushroom in my food. So, and this is looking, so we can see that we have more oil even coming up, to the extent that if you like, you can scrape out that oil and use it for another cooking. So let's continue. Yes, this is the right time for me to add the mackerel fish, the baked mackerel fish. I'm adding it at this moment because my mackerel fish has already been baked. It's well cooked. I cannot add it from the beginning or earlier than this time, because I don't want it to break, one, and I don't want it to be too overcooked, because it has been well baked already. So all we need from it now is to release the taste, the fresh taste and the juice, the oil that makes it a very special, delicious fish. I want it to be released into my soup. And we can see that it's looking so, beautiful. And we want to be able to assess the pieces also. Because if we add it too early, everything is going to break into the soup, and we don't want that. We want to be able to assess pieces of it and enjoy it while we are eating our pounded yam, amala, rice, whatever we use the soup to eat. Let's continue watching. So I'll be checking on the soup again, and this soup looks so fabulous. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you've been enjoying all my videos, been watching my videos, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and let more people see this video so that we all can enjoy it together, and I will be able to make more of this recipe on this channel. Yes, now the soup is well done, and I'm going to take out some of the stew from the pot, and I'm going to save this. I usually love to do this because I love to eat this with something else. We can, like rice, like yam. You can enjoy it, with any other thing, just like this. So that's why I'm taking some of this out, and I have more than enough, to go with my vegetable. That is why I'm taking out some of this to save it for, any other thing. So Now is the moment we have been waiting for. We can see that our palm nut cream has really taken up very well, very nice, and it is time for us to add the baby spinach. And this spinach is so beautiful because it still retains its color. It's not overcooked, and the color is still there, the nutrients is still there, and it looks so beautiful. And now we are going to stir it gently, minding our mackerel fish, because we don't want the mackerel fish to break too much, and so that we can access it when we are enjoying our vegetable with any thing that we love to enjoy it with. This is so delicious and so beautiful, and it's so nutritious that everyone should try it. Yes. You will notice that I did not cut the spinach. So when I'm using baby spinach, I don't cut it. So that will give me like that feeling of like I'm using a woro or any other vegetable that I normally use to cook this soup in Nigeria. So yes, our soup is ready, and I'm taking it off from the stove. Yes, because we don't want it to continue to overcook. We don't want the spinach to overcook. So it's off the stove and it's ready to be served. Yes, it's ready to be served. You can use it to enjoy anything, and you can just sit down and enjoy it like this. This is so delicious. Now, without much ado, it's time to serve and enjoy our palm nut soup with spinach. This is a very delicious recipe that you can make to entertain important guests in your house, because your guests will ask for more of it. So this one, we are going to enjoy this one with some pounded yam this afternoon, and then we're going to really sit down and make sure we get each of the bumps that we have inside this soup. This is so yummy. Now this is how we enjoy this soup. Grab a little portion of your pounded yam or any swallow, grab some vegetable, fish or meat, then you send it on an errand in your mouth. This is so delicious. Try it out. Yes, if you have watched this video to this end, thank you for your time. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, subscribe and support this channel so that I'll be able to make more videos like this. And thank you so much. Remain blessed and see you in my next video. Bye for now. Bye.